Richardson, a 4-time state champion out of Idaho. The wrestlers representing the Cowboys for Coach Mark Branch.
Oh, nice head whip there by Bruschetta. Nice job there off the front headlock position. Whipped the head out and was able to get the quick 2. That short offense right there is valuable in these tournaments. There's an interesting match. Mayfield from Iowa State versus Eric Grajales. Grajales, the number 12 seed, I believe. Yep, Grajales is the 12 seed. Grajales has been one of those guys that sometimes he looks tired just getting off the bus, you know, but he just keeps good position out there. He's fun to watch. He really make himself heavy in certain positions, and particularly riding, but his activity level doesn't match his ability. He's got a great ability, I believe, and just doesn't keep a high pace. And he was the number 1 seed in the Big Ten tournament, and he was 2-0. So obviously wasn't feeling well or not prepared, and we'll see what it's like a week and a half later.
Tell you what, the number 2 seed from Oklahoma, he is fun to watch. Kendrick Maple with a major decision. He moves 1 win closer to number 100 for his career. At 98 career wins for the Sooners. He runs his record to 26-0, a major decision over Goodwin of Maryland.
On deck mat 5. Bob 12, 125 pounds. Michael Rappo of Sean Boyle, Michigan. Mat 5.
Jordan Oliver of Oklahoma State, the top seed. For the Cowboys at 149 pounds.
Jordan Oliver moving up 2 weight classes this year, up to 149 pounds. He was tired of the weight cutting last year, so he ended up moving up. In fact, talking to John Smith, he had threatened to do that a couple times during the season, moving him up, but he wanted to stay down at 141. There he drops in on a nice low single leg. He's just potentially a world-class. He's just good technically. Drop level so well. He's a pinner as well. He's been able to keep on pinning even though he's moved up a couple weights. So he's found a home in that 49-pound weight class. Looks really tough.
Oliver lost in the national finals last year to Logan Stieber at 133. Out to a 4-1 lead. He's wrestling Edinburgh's David Habit. How unusual, Jim, is that to go up 2 weight classes, what Oliver has done this year?
Well, McGinnis did it Mike McGinnis did it from, Jeff McGinnis, excuse me, did it for University of Iowa, moved up a couple weight classes. Actually the same thing. He was a 33-pounder and moved up to 49. And so, yeah, it's been done. But, you know, the most unusual thing is what Kyle Dake is trying to do. Win it in 4 different weight classes, and what an achievement that would be if he would go ahead and win this. And, you know, it's not a foregone conclusion with the competition here with David Taylor and others, but you know, some guys just find a home. They feel like, you know, they learn more technique. They just work about getting themselves in a good position. It's not so much about getting to the lowest weight you can get to is not always the best tact. Hollis looks like he got a takedown there for Michigan. Right there on the edge of the mat.
Oliver has been flat out dominant this year. 33-0, 28 of those wins via bonus point situations for Oliver. It's been that type of year as he has had it in cruise control. Out to a 6-2 lead on Habit of Edinburgh.
Yeah, there's a lot of 41-pounders, and glad that he kept going.
Certainly so.
Move up.
In our first look at 149 from the Naval Academy, it's Raymond Borza with a 2-0 lead on Clarion's Tyler Bedleon. 40 seconds to go in the first period. Borza, junior from Virginia Beach, finished 3rd at the EIWA tournament. Big time turnaround this year for the midshipmen, just 7-10 a year ago.
Nice cradle locked on there by Borgia, and Bellion's coming back out of it with the single leg. And he gives up the, actually gets 3 back points, and that's a great exchange there. You get 3 back points and give up an escape.
A good look at Coach Dresser congratulating Nick Brissett of Virginia Tech, a 7-4 decision over Wyoming's Brandon Richardson.
Cradle locked up, almost locked up there by Jordan Oliver. And I guess what the most impressive thing about what Oliver's been able to do is being able to keep his pinning ways, you know, moving up a weight. It's not, he's trying to be just as dominant as he was at the lower weight.
Oliver has not been taken down this year in 32 pounds.
Oh gosh, he's just brilliant on his feet. He just moves really well, and he's at the right place with Coach Smith and the low single leg attack, and what he does so well. And of course, got guys like Coleman Scott in the room working with him, and a bronze medalist, a great guy.
Jordan Oliver, 4-time Big 12 champion, was named the outstanding wrestler. This year's tournament, he defeated Mayfield of Iowa State in the title bout. Mayfield, you see, still trailing Grajales of Michigan 2-0. Second period winding down.
Grajales going ahead and locking up and should be getting a back count there. Yep, 2. I believe he got 3 back points on that.
About 67, 149 pounds.
Yeah, Grajales out to a 5-0 lead. So good start, better start from him than we had at the tournament last week, where he was basically 2-0.
Match just getting started. First period, Oregon State's Scott Sakaguchi taking on Blake Rouleau of Buffalo. Buffalo Bulls represented from the MAC conference. Rouleau in the blue. No score first period.
Oregon State has a nice contingent of seasoned wrestlers. We saw Mangum earlier. Coach Jim Zaleski coming back to Iowa. He wanted to have a strong representation here. Former University of Iowa coach, multi-time, 3-time national champion coach at the University of Iowa. They're doing a great job there at Oregon State, and helping wrestling stay strong in the West, where it's been kind of devastated with a lot of programs being dropped.
Oregon State coming off back-to-back championships in the Pac-12 tournament. Sakaguchi, an All-American from a year ago, finished 7th, one of the team captains for the Beavers with a 2-0 lead. Grajales working like 5-0 advantage on Mayfield of Iowa State. Bedleon making it a little bit more interesting as they tail in the second period. 7-4, Borgia of the Naval Academy still with the lead. And all Jordan Oliver, 13-4 cushion late in the third period with Habit of Edinburgh.
And he's looking for the fall. He's 13-4 now, so he... Pretty hard to pin a guy when he just basically flattens out like that. Turn him over. But
Joey Laser, Northern Iowa, Brian Pearsall, Penn State, on deck, Matt 2. Laser and Pearsall.
Dave Habit of Edinburgh in his second tournament, just a sophomore. He actually entered last year as a seeded wrestler, the number 9 seed for the Fighting Scots. Running into a whirlwind this year with a tough draw of Oliver in the first round. Borgia Navy still leading by 3. Grajales by 6. Good scramble near the scores table with Sakaguchi and Rouleau.
Getting Habit not necessarily presenting himself, just letting Oliver just dance around him there, trying not to get pinned. Not necessarily competing as much as you'd like to see out there, just to. Grajales from Michigan stacking up Mayfield from Iowa State again. He was able to go ahead and get another 2 points there with that tilt. And looks much better than he did a week and a half ago at the tournament.
Yes, he does.
Big Ten tournament, conference tournament.
So a good win for the Michigan junior Grajales. 11-0 major decision. Victory for Oliver as well. He will put the finishing touches on Habit of Edinburgh. So Jordan Oliver on his way.